So I know everybody's tired of the Will Smith shit. I'm tired of the Will Smith shit as well. I just thought it was kind of interesting about little things that have been happening recently with him and his whole situation with the Oscars. Kind of wanted to talk about it real quick just because I had a couple, thoughts on this whole thing. And after looking into it, apparently I'm not the only one, which is good because I'm glad people pay attention to what goes on, especially in fucking Hollywood. Which, if you didn't know this, I consider Hollywood one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. You got the president, social media, mainstream media, and Hollywood. So I'm glad, some spotlight's being put onto the whole Hollywood situation. So Will Smith has been banned from the Oscars for the next 10 years. I was thinking about it. I don't really think this is going to be a bad thing for his career because, Hollywood likes an underdog story. So in a couple of years when we all forget about this shit, especially since, Chris Rock's not like pressing charges, Will Smith's going to come back at some point and people are just going to eat it up and, be really excited for that. It's going to happen, everyone, I think it's funny. Everyone just turned their backs on Jada, like immediately, like, for the first 2 days, it was all about, oh no, her alopecia. He should be making jokes about her. How dare he? She has a disease that makes her lose her hair. And I, like, this entire time I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, men have male pattern baldness, and women make fun of men for being bald all the fucking time. Whoop-de fucking do if she's losing her hair. Like, shit, just wear a fucking wig like the rest of them. So it's like, who cares? As for Will Smith, of course, like, I'm starting to feel like people are being a little bit more sympathetic because there's been some more like videos going out, seeing like how Jada's been kind of like fucking Will Smith or whatever. I don't know. As for the Oscars, I don't think 10 years should be a ban. I think he should have just been banned for life, but that's just my opinion. I've noticed a lot of people online, especially Twitter of all fucking places, who would have guessed, has started linking this all with white supremacy. Some fucking how, two black men on stage making a fool of each other. Just suddenly that's now white supremacist. Because, we have to have an enemy and we can't blame black people for their own actions. Because that's kind of like how the fucking ideology is, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like he should have been banned for life, honestly, because it's just... Look, it's not like fucking World Star or whatever. These are like people in front of an audience of millions of people who ever actually tuned in to actually watch the fucking Oscars. Because, as the meme goes, I didn't even know it was on until I heard about the slap. It's fucking true. If anything, this is probably good for their ratings, I'd have to say. But, we have specific people like Harvey Weinstein, his ass is still allowed to go there. Everybody in Hollywood knew what he was doing. Roman Polanski, that motherfucker, he's still got his Oscar. If you didn't know, he, like, fucking molested a 13-year-old girl. He still got an Oscar. People are still cheering for him and shit like that. So it's just kind of like, what the fuck? Will Smith's over here talking about, like, oh, I want to be a vessel of love, but literally, like, 20 minutes earlier, he just, like, assaulted a man. And I think the more sickening thing about it was the fact that, like, everyone just, like, stood up to, like, fucking clap for him, which is just... I don't know. It's like Hollywood is just so... My lighting's bad. I'm sorry. Hollywood is just, like, so fucking out of touch. It's just kind of like... I don't even understand where we're at nowadays, and it's just like every year seems to be crazier and crazier. But Hollywood definitely doesn't help, which is why I consider it one of the four horsemen. I don't know. I was just thinking about it earlier because I was like thinking about Roman Polanski because like he got his fucking Oscar a couple years ago, and I was like, he's not even in this country from like what I last remember. So, you can assault an underage child sexually, still get a standing ovation, still get an Oscar. The Oscars will still allow you to, like, show up. It's like, what? I don't know, man. Like, Hollywood, it's fucking weird. I don't think we should be looking up to these people, like, at all. If you want my opinion on it, we should definitely just be like, Hollywood. I've been saying that. That's why I don't really have, like, any famous, like, actors as, like, a... like a favorite actor or whatever. Like, my movies are normally like, look, I like Kate Beckinsale, a lot of people are like, who the fuck is that? I don't really have like famous people I'm like kind of like interested in. I kind of feel, thank God that YouTube is kind of killing, the competition in Hollywood because more people are more familiar with fucking PewDiePie than they are with like Philip Seymour Hawkins, before he died or whatever. So I don't know. It is what it is, though. Just like I said, I just think it's kind of funny. He's banned for 10 years, and I don't know where we're supposed to go from that point on. So, should just be permanently banned. I mean, you made a fool of yourself, and I don't think he's generally sorry for the Chris Rock. I think he's more sorry that, he can't really save face for this, but it is what it is, as I'd normally say. So, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and have a good day.